A residential building in Bahrain was just hit. Not a military base, not some hidden bunker, an actual residential building. Iranian Shahed drones, and this thing is escalating fast. What started as preemptive strikes by the United States and Israel against Iran is no longer contained. It's spilling across the region like gasoline on concrete. Iran isn't just responding to one country, they're hitting nearly everyone in range. Kuwait, Bahrain, Qatar, the UAE, Saudi Arabia, Iraq, ballistic missiles, drones. Some intercepted, some not. Oman appears to be the lone exception, and that's likely because Oman's foreign minister was in the middle of mediating talks between Washington and Tehran. Yes, talks, diplomacy, that was happening. Meanwhile, as missiles light up the sky, Donald Trump is nowhere. He was reportedly supposed to address the nation Saturday morning. That didn't happen. Instead, late the night before, he posts a video wearing a baseball cap basically saying, well, people die in wars. That's how it goes.
Seeks to kill. The lives of courageous American heroes may be lost and we may have casualties. That often happens in war. But we're doing this not for now. We're doing this for the future, and it is a noble mission. We pray for every service member as they selflessly risk their lives to ensure that Americans and our children will never be threatened by a nuclear-armed Iran.
Then he turns to the Iranian people and says something along the lines of, maybe this is what you wanted. Go prove us right. That's not leadership. That's a late-night comment section rant with nuclear codes attached. Now, the White House claims there was never any scheduled address. Sure. And I suppose presidents normally just ghost the country during a regional war. Originally, we were told this was about uranium enrichment. Stop Iran's nuclear program. That was the justification. But when Iran, through Oman's mediation, reportedly agreed to halt enrichment pending more talks, the narrative shifted. Suddenly, it wasn't about uranium anymore. Now it's about regime change. Now it's about removing the Ayatollah. And here's the uncomfortable part. Intelligence assessments have long suggested that even if you eliminate the supreme leader, you don't get a liberal democracy the next morning. You likely get someone harder, more extreme, stepping into the vacuum. Revolutions don't magically produce moderates. As of this recording, reports about the Ayatollah's status are conflicting. Israeli sources hint at one thing. Iranian officials insist he's alive and everything is fine. As always, in war, truth is the first casualty. And then there's the Strait of Hormuz. Roughly 20% of the world's oil passes through that narrow strip of water. Iran is reportedly warning ships not to pass. If that choke point closes, global markets won't just flinch, they'll convulse. Monday morning could be brutal. And then the most devastating news of all. Reports out of southern Iran say airstrikes hit a girls' elementary school in Minab. Dozens of children dead, mostly little girls. War rhetoric is loud. The funerals are quiet. Meanwhile, Iranian drones have struck areas in Dubai, including near the Palm Jumeirah, a place usually known for influencers and five-star resorts, not missile alerts. In Bahrain, a U.S. naval facility reportedly took a direct hit on radar infrastructure worth billions.
Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Okay.
So yes, this is no longer theoretical. And while leaders posture, the people pay. Iranian civilians, American troops, families who didn't sign up for any of this. Iranian demonstrators are protesting U.S. and Israeli strikes in Tehran. Senator Mark Warner says he saw no evidence of an imminent Iranian threat during classified briefings.
Actually, I appreciate your comments there, and we do have a series of other questions I want to ask you. But just for clarity for our audience right now, can you confirm with specificity that the Ayatollah Ali Khamenei is alive, and separately that the Iranian president is alive right now following these American and Israeli strikes?
As far as I know, yes, they are alive. And the head of judiciary as well, the head of the Speaker of Parliament as well, all high-ranking officials are alive. And the secretary of the National Security Council. So everybody is now in its position, and we are handling this situation, and everything is fine.
The CIA has reportedly assessed that even removing Iran's leadership wouldn't fundamentally change the regime's direction. Yet here we are. Operation names are being floated, fighter jet numbers are being touted, largest attack in history, headlines are circulating. It's all very cinematic until you realize it's real. The irony? Years ago, Trump publicly accused previous presidents of potentially attacking Iran to look strong before elections.
Unfortunately, we have a president that doesn't know the first thing about negotiation. We have a real problem in the White House. So, I believe that he will attack Iran sometime prior to the election because he thinks that's the only way he can get elected. Isn't it pathetic?
Now he's overseeing one of the largest joint operations in the region's history. Campaign slogans promised peace. Reality looks like escalation. And through it all, you hear the same line: casualties happen in war. Yes, they do. But the real question is this: who decided this war was inevitable? And why does it feel like the public found out after the missiles were already in the air? We'll keep watching, because right now, clarity is scarce and the stakes couldn't be higher.